Hey guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while, but I'm really excited about today's video. If you read the title, you know exactly what's happening. I'm showing you exactly how I touch up my roots and maintain this crazy color at home. A lot of the times going to salons is just a little out of my price range, and I can't really justify going to a salon when I know exactly what to do at home. So I figured I would just share my process with you. My favorite part about this is you don't have to use bleach. Naturally, I'm like a level 5, which is like really dark brown. So without bleach, I lighten my roots, and it's so much healthier for your hair. So I'm really excited to share it with you. I'll be showing you what products I use, my favorite brands, what I recommend, and stuff like that. So if you're interested, just keep on watching. Oh, and by the way, an interesting disclaimer. If this video seems a little bit shoddy with the editing, it's because it is. I actually filmed this entire video yesterday, and I had lipstick teeth, like literally just lipstick, like all over my teeth for like 1/3 of the entire video. So that's why if you see some clips with lipstick here and there, you know, we're just never gonna talk about it. So let's get started. So the first thing you guys will need is quite obvious. You're gonna need 2 mixing bowls and 2 hairbrushes. The reason I use 2 and not the same one is because you just don't want to cross-contaminate the color and like risk messing it up, so just don't do that. Next, you'll need one of these little measuring cups in ounces. You can get these at Sally's or pretty much any hair supply store ever. And then of course you'll need the hair color, which is going to be the Matrix formulas in SoColor and Color Sync in HDCR. You also need to pick up the Matrix 10 volume developer and the 30 volume developer. Okay, so I'm starting off with the SoColor. You can remember which one goes where because SoColor is so permanent, and we always put permanent color on our roots. So I'm just gonna open this up. This is a fresh bottle. I haven't opened it yet. I'm just gonna penetrate it with the cap. Ooh, it's coming out. And then we're gonna go ahead and empty half of the Matrix SoColor tube. This is 1.5 ounces exactly because this is a 3-ounce tube, and that's what it should look like. Just remember half the color tube, and then something that is important is actually measuring out your peroxide. But an easy way to remember this is you always want equal parts color to equal parts developer. So you should have the same exact amount of each product in the bowl. You never want to add too much peroxide, and you never want to add too much color. I forget how strong this is. So make sure you do this in a well-ventilated area. So for the peroxide, I highly recommend buying a little measuring cup that has ounces on it. This one is up to 4 ounces, but we're only going to need about 1.5 ounces of developer to go with half of our tube of color. So that should be the perfect amount. Bloop. It should have a really, really nice and smooth consistency, not too watery, not too thick with color. If it is too watery and it's like runny, that means you added too much peroxide, so just be careful. All right, so after your hair is tangle free, I'm just gonna take my comb and separate it right down the middle, trying to make it as clean as possible, but if it's not perfect, it's totally fine. We're basically gonna be separating our hair down the middle right here, and then down the middle this way. We basically want 4 even sections of our hair to apply color to. So essentially the parts will be like this. And then we're just gonna section off this hair, make sure it feels good. I like to take a comb and make sure it's even, and again, just like feel around. And then section off that hair because we're gonna apply all of this color at different times. Don't forget your gloves, bitch. You'll be upset. So how I like to start is I will apply the color to the roots of the cross, if that makes sense. So up here, down here, and then in the middle of these sections. So I'm gonna start by doing that. I'm doing this in a little mirror, so I don't know how well this is gonna turn out, but I'm taking one for the team. And make sure when you're applying this, you kind of want to feather it out. You don't want it to be like in a clean, blunt line, or else it's not going to blend with the hair color that we're going to put on later, if that makes sense. So yeah, we're just taking little light and even sections, making sure that everything is really, really saturated. Ooh, God. Oh, right in the brow. How quaint. Also, don't forget these little baby hairs in the front, because honestly, you just don't want to miss those. It's gonna make you look dumb. I love how I've had lipstick on my teeth for like 5 minutes and I didn't know about it. Really cute. Alright, so while I'm applying my hair color, I figured it would be a good time to explain why it's so important to use different volumes of peroxide on your hair depending on what color you're starting with. Like at the moment, I'm depositing color on my virgin hair, which is my roots obviously, and my natural hair color is about a level 5, which is very dark. So with that being said, I would need to use a level 30 peroxide to lift 3 levels to make it match the rest of my hair. So an easy rule of thumb to remember is each level of peroxide will lift you about 1 level. So basically, if you're blonde, you can just throw this color on and you don't even need to use the 30 level peroxide on your roots. I would just use the 10 because all you need to do is deposit the color. So for everyone else out there with brown to dark brown roots, I do suggest using the 30 volume because it's going to give you an excellent lift and it's going to look very natural. And plus, you don't have to use bleach, and that's the best part. So it's so much less damaging, and yes. So another really helpful tip is I actually like to grab these 2 fingers right here and then do this, slide it back and forth. One, to blend this section so it's not blunt, and then just to make sure that everything is saturated, and then you just pat it up with the other hair. Alright, so this is getting a little bit crazy and a lot of bit messy, so I'm just gonna go ahead, do this other side because you guys already know how to do this by now, and then we will start on the other process. I need to open a window, I'm gonna die. Anyways, before I actually topple over from the fumes, I'm going to take my Matric Color Sync color in the shade HDCR, which is 2 ounces, and mix it with 2 ounces of 10 volume peroxide. I don't know why, but I find this so satisfying. That's fun. And now all there's left to do is apply the rest of your color to the mid shaft and ends, massage it through. And you want to do this very, very quickly because your ends have already, your roots have already been processing for about 10 minutes at this point. And I always aim to leave it on for 35 to 40 minutes and absolutely no longer than that. But that is the perfect amount of time for me to lighten up my roots. I always like to take extra care of the top layers and make sure they're extra saturated because that's the layer of hair that's going to be showing the most. And sometimes people spend a lot of time on the bottom because that's where the driest hair is, and then they end up neglecting the top. So this will be more like rich and vibrant than the top, and then it just kind of looks like you already need to be touched up, and nobody likes that. Unless you do, then that's okay. The application process is finally complete, thank God. So I'm just going to take a clip and clip that up. Take off the gloves, go clean my bowls, and I'm gonna set a timer for, I believe, 30 minutes from this point on right now. I highly suggest using one of those clear caps, or if you have a shower cap that isn't cute that you feel okay about ruining, it's really nice to trap the heat from your scalp into the plastic because it just helps the color develop a little bit better. You could most definitely use some plastic grocery bags for that as well. I just don't happen to have any of those either because I always use the recyclable ones, so kind of SOL. So while my color's processing, I figured it would be fun to show you guys some of my favorite products that help me keep my hair vibrant so I don't have to dye it as much. So the first thing I use is this shampoo and conditioner. It's the Joico Color Infused Copper. I really like using shampoos that have color in it or some sort of pigment. I'll put some on this cotton round just so you can see the color. It's actually very interesting. It's a very vibrant copper, dark orange color, and I wasn't sure if it was going to work for me at first, but I tried it and I ended up loving it. So I think it's really, really important to use a shampoo that's also going to infuse color in your hair and just keep it as vibrant as possible. The conditioner is actually almost exactly the same. This has color in it as well, but when it comes to color infused conditioners, my favorites to use are actually the Overtone because of how vibrant they are. And since I'm normally at a copper/orange range and maybe I wanted to be a little bit more orange that week, I could most definitely go ahead and do that if I wanted to incorporate some of the vibrant orange in with maybe the pastel orange. This is my personal mixture. I never like to just use the vibrant orange. So if you can only afford one bottle, which is what I would probably do if this wasn't sent to me, is I would mix the vibrant orange with some of your regular conditioner that you use and just kind of like dilute it a little bit to a color where it looks a little bit more vibrant than your hair color. And it'll just make it last a little bit longer. It's really nice. They also have a colorless mask. I couldn't find mine. I don't know where the hell I put it, but that is really, really good. You can mix this with their colorless mask and then, I sleep in that sometimes and it's bomb. It's great. So that's about it as far as color care and keeping my color vibrant goes. Let me know if you guys have any other hair care questions. I'd be happy to do like my everyday hair tutorial and show you guys basically like what heat protectants I use, what hairsprays I like, dry shampoo, etc. So just let me know if you guys want a video on that as well. I think it's time to go rinse out this color, so I'm gonna do that. I'm so excited to have fresh hair. You guys don't even know. Fresh roots just hit different. So I'm gonna go rinse this out, blow dry my hair, and I'll be back. All right, so I'm finally back. I gave myself a nice blow dry and a quick style just so you guys could see the effect. This is the color. It's great, it's beautiful. Who is she? No, but seriously, this hair color makes me feel so good. It just makes me feel really pretty and like youthful and healthy. Anyways, I hope you guys learned something from this tutorial. If you guys have any questions or if I skipped over any important information, just leave me a comment down below. Make sure to like and subscribe. And again, thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you to the subscribers that are already here. I cannot believe that I'm at 13,000 subscribers on YouTube. Like, wait, that is just, I'm sorry, I'll never get over it. I am so thankful for your love, and I will see you guys next time.